Hey vinyl community, it's Michael. Welcome back to Near Wild Heaven. What you're hearing in the background is MC5. This is a single that they released on their own before they got a recording contract. And the song playing is Looking at You. The other side is a song called Borderline. This originally came out in 1968. And this is a 1998 reissue on Total Energy Records. Really good stuff from the MC5. Today's video, I'm going to do a this week's playlist, but it's inspired by the death of Wayne Kramer, the guitarist for the MC5. Turn this down. So, yeah, that's last weekend, I think, or the beginning of this week, I heard that Wayne Kramer died of cancer at the age of 75. So I started playing MC5 records, and some of the other stuff I'm going to show you is bands that I think that were inspired by the MC5. So here we go. Up first, this is the classic MC5 debut album on Elektra Records. This originally came out in 1969. This is a reissue on Sundays. It's the uncensored version with the John Sinclair manifesto there. But yeah, really good stuff. Great debut from MC5. Wayne Kramer's guitar parts on here are just excellent. And this was recorded live at the Grande Ballroom in Detroit. So there you go, the first MC5 album. Up next, this is their second album from 1970, MC5 Back in the USA. Great album. Really love this album. It's so good. The great songs on here: Tutti Frutti, Tonight, Teenage Lust, Let Me Try, Looking at You, a different version, High School, Call Me Animal, The American Roost, Shakin' Street, Human Being Lawnmower, and Back in the USA. Great stuff. Really good stuff from the MC5. Their second album from 1970. And up next, this is a bootleg. Well, it might be like a semi-legitimate release, but this is the MC5 from 1972. They made a television appearance in France, and that's what this is. And by this time, though, their bass player Michael Davis, he left the band. He was either fired or he quit. I'm not sure which one it was. But he was replaced by this guy named Steve Morehouse. So Michael Davis is only on one track on here, and the rest is the Steve Morehouse guy. But yeah, this isn't too bad. Not top-notch sound, but it's listenable. and it's got some great stuff on it. It's got live versions of Kick Out the Jam, that Empty Heart, which is a Jagger Richards composition, Ramblin' Rose, Thunder Express, Rama Lama Fa Fa Fa, Motor City is Burning, I Can Gonna Give You Everything, and a bonus track of I Just Don't Know. But really good stuff, really good performance from MC5 on French television. MC5 Thunder Express. This came out in, of course it doesn't say as usual, but sometime in the 90s, that's when I picked this up. So it had to be sometime around 94, 95, somewhere around there. But yeah, really good stuff from MC5. And up next, now this is going to be bands that were inspired by, or that I feel that were inspired by MC5. And up first, this is Radio Birdman, The Rock and Roll War. This is a collection of recordings they did between 1976 and 1978. And it's pretty good. It sounds good. They do a cover of the MC5's American Roost and some Stooges covers, and the other stuff is originals by the band, like Descent into the Maelstrom, Death by the Gun, Didn't Tell a Man, Dark Surprise, Burn My Eye. They also do a version of Rock and Roll, the Velvet Underground song. But yeah, great stuff from Radio Birdman from Australia. I think they were one of the first bands that were inspired by the MC5. Great stuff. And up next, this is the Helicopters, Super Shitty to the Max. This was on a label called Man's Ruin Records that was owned and operated by Frank Kozik, who's a poster artist, and he did all the artwork on this. Did the silk screen cover, pretty cool, and this just this flimsy cardboard thing, but I keep the record in this. This is I bought a record online, and this was an empty sleeve that was used for packing, but I keep that in this, and then this is what the record looks like, the label. But pretty good stuff. I really like this band, really, really good. They do songs like Gotta Get Some Action, Now, 24 Hour Hell, Fire, 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 Born Broke, Bore Me, It's Too Late, How Could I Care, Didn't Stop Us, Random Riot. And it's all original songs, but these guys, I think, they were influenced by the whole Detroit rock scene, especially the MC5 and the Stooges. But yeah, great stuff from the Helicopters. Super Shitty to the Max. And up next, this is a more recent band. This is the Lords of Altimont. This is Midnight to 666. This came out in 2021. Really good, like I said, the Detroit sound, MC5, Stooges, very much like that, but really good stuff. The Lords of Altimont. And they do songs like You're Gonna Get There, Get in the Car, Getting High on My Mystery Plane, Soul for Sale, I'm Alive, Turn Me Down, Bury Me Alive. They do a cover of Ain't It Fun, the Dead Boys song that was originally done by Rocket from the Tombs. And they also do a cover of Action Woman that was done by many different bands in the 60s. It's like a garage rock staple. But yeah, really good stuff from Lords of Altimont. Midnight to 666. And up next, this is Pink Fairies. What a Bunch of Sweeties. This came out in, I think, like 1971, possibly. But really good stuff. Hard and heavy, almost a proto-punk sound to it. But great stuff. They do a version of Walk Don't Run where they added lyrics to it. Man, is that good. So good. But yeah, Pink Fairies, very influenced by MC5. The guitar work on here is just excellent. But yeah, if you don't know about Pink Fairies, especially this album, check them out. They're really, really good. And up next, this is the Deviants, number 3. These guys turned into the Pink Fairies. After this album, they kind of broke up. They helped Twink with his solo album, and then they formed a new band, the Pink Fairies. But this was their last album. Really good stuff. Kind of hard, again, hard rock, proto-punk. Really good stuff. I love the song on here, Billy the Monster. And then there's like Broken Biscuits, People Sweet, Death of a Dream Machine, Playtime, Black George Does It With His Tongue, the Junior Narco Rangers, Let's Drink to the People, and Metamorphosis Explanation, or Exploration. But yeah, the Deviants, number 3, the 3rd album and the last album by the Deviants. Really good stuff from these guys. And up next, here's some people who are played with the MC5 at one time. This is Fred Sonic Smith. He had his own band, Sonic's Rendezvous, and this is a live album. I'm not sure when this was recorded. This came out in 1998, but I think it's earlier recording than that. But really good stuff. Fred Sonic Smith was like, he was the other guitarist in MC5, and with him and Wayne Kramer together, man, they had like this frontline assault, you know, just sonic assault of all this loud guitars, and it was just so good. But yeah, Sonic's Rendezvous, Sweet Nothing. This band had Scott Ashton from the Stooges on drums, this guy named Gary Rasmussen, who I believe was in a band called The Up. I could be wrong on that. And another guy named Scott Morgan, who I believe was in The Rationals, all ex-members of Detroit legendary bands. But yeah, Sonic's Rendezvous, Sweet Nothing, really good stuff. And up next we got the Stooges, Iggy and the Stooges. This is Telluric Chaos. This is a live album that was recorded sometime in the early 2000s. This was after the Stooges reformed, and they went to Japan and they played several concerts there, and this is the result of those concerts. But yeah, they do a lot of classic stuff. Loose, Down on the Street, 1969, I Want to Be Your Dog, TVI, Dirt, Real Cool Time, No Fun, 1970, Fun House, and then they also do some Iggy solo stuff, like Skull Ring, Dead Rock Star, Little Electric Chair, and then they go back to doing another Stooges classic, Little Doll, and I Want to Be Your Dog, and Not Right. But pretty good recording. The guitars on here by Ron Ashton are just fantastic. He was cooking on this. But Iggy, the only thing that bothers me about this is Iggy's vocals. I mean, his vocals are okay, but I don't know, he was like too old to be running around without a shirt on and singing songs about, you know, getting high and running around and all that shit. But still, I can tolerate that, but it's pretty good. I mean, Ron Ashton's guitar just makes up for it. But pretty good recording from Iggy and the Stooges from 2005. Telluric Chaos is the name of the album. And up next, this is a Patti Smith group, Radio Ethiopia, and the reason I wanted to show this because on the bottom here you can see it says Free Wayne Kramer. This came out at the time that Wayne Kramer was in prison. He was serving time for a drug offense, and Patti Smith was also dating Fred Smith at the time. But yeah, great stuff from Patti Smith group. Ask the Angels is really good on here, and so is Ain't It Strange, and Pumping My Heart, Instant Fingers, and Radio Ethiopia is great stuff from the Patti Smith group. This came out in 1976. Okay, and up next, this is Them Again. The reason I want to show this is because it has a song on it called I Can Only Give You Everything, and that was covered by the MC5 in the early days. But yeah, this is a great album. It's got so many good songs on it. Could You, Would You, Something You Got, Call My Name, Turn On Your Love Light, My Lonely Sad Eyes, Out of Sight, It's All Over Now, Baby Blue, Bad or Good, How Long Baby, Don't You Know, and Bring 'Em On In. Yeah, early Them with when Van was still in the band, and this is a mono recording on Parrot Records. This came out in 1965, I think, or possibly 66. But yeah, great stuff from Them Again. And up next, these last three here, they're not really inspired by MC5, but they're just stuff that I was listening to this week. And this is Mudhoney, Every Good Boy Deserves Fudge. Really good album. Really like Mudhoney. They do such great stuff. They got songs on here, Generation Genocide, Let It Slide, Good Enough, Something So Clear, Into the Drinks, Who You Driving Now, that's a great song. Move Out, Shoot the Moon, Fuzz Gun 91, Don't Fade, and Check Out Time. Yeah, really good stuff from Mudhoney. It's great stuff. Grungy, punky, just really good stuff from Mudhoney. And up next, if I can get out of here, this is DMZ Relics. DMZ was a band that Jeff Connolly. Jeff Connolly had this band called DMZ, and I think they recorded like one album, and this is like a collection of some live stuff. But when this band broke up, Jeff Connolly formed the band The Liars, which was another great Boston band, punk band, garage punk rock, whatever you want to call it, but great stuff. DMZ, and they do songs like Busy Man, Can't Stand the Pain, do a cover of You're Gonna Miss Me, When I Get Off, Do Not Enter, Guilty Child, Lift Up Your Hood, and Barracuda. And this was recorded in Boston of April of 1977. I thought this was live, but maybe it's not. But yeah, it's really good. If you like The Liars and you don't know about DMZ, check them out. They're really good stuff. And up next, this is Dr. Feelgood, Sneakin' Suspicion. This is maybe like their third album, I think. This came out in 1977. But yeah, really good hard rock, kind of punky maybe a little bit, but yeah, really good stuff. Songs like Sneakin' Suspicion, Paradise, Nothing Shaking But the Leaves on the Tree, Time and the Devil, Lucky 7, You'll Be Mine, Walking on the Edge, and Mama Keep Your Big Mouth Shut, which was covered by, also done by the Pretty Things back in the 60s. But yeah, really good stuff from Dr. Feelgood, Sneakin' Suspicion. And the last one here, this is Shadows of Night, Gloria, classic garage rock. They do Gloria, of course, Lightbulb Blues, I Got My Mojo Working, Dark Side, Boom Boom, which like a lot of people did. The Animals covered that on one of their albums. Let It Rock, the Chuck Berry song. Oh Yeah was I think Bo Diddley's song. I could be wrong. It Always Happens That Way, You Can't Judge a Book by a Cover, which is Willie Dixon. I'm a Hoochie Coochie Man, which is another Willie Dixon, and I Just Want to Make Love to You is yet another Willie Dixon. But yeah, great stuff, great garage rock. This originally came out in 1966. This is a Sundays reissue from 1998. But really good stuff from the Shadows of Night. A lot of people know this. This is a favorite among the vinyl community. But great stuff. The Shadows of Night and Gloria. Okay, so that's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks to everyone who subscribed. I've got over 500 subscribers now, so that's cool. And I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you're all enjoying your music and your upcoming weekend. So everybody take care, and I'll see you next week.